God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Fear is real, and it is absolutely normal to have fear because we are humans. You see, the idea of leaving your comfort zone, stepping out into the unknown, taking those risks, can bring up a lot of fear and doubt. I know it can be so scary when you are stepping into something new, something you haven't done before, or you are not familiar with. But I want you to know that God has already placed that dream in your heart, and He's with you every step of the way. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 practical steps that you can take to overcome fear and move forward in building your business. These tips have personally helped me in my own journey. I have experienced many setbacks, disappointments, failures. I was filled with so much fear and doubt. Sometimes my heart will be full of passion, but my mind deep down will be full of confusion and fear. Like, some days I will wake up in the morning excited for the day, for the possibilities, for the dreams, but by the end of the day, I will be filled with self-doubt and fear. But I kept praying, trusting God, and the more I prayed and trusted in His timing, the more I felt God opening those doors, making those connections I never expected. I want you to know that you don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect. All you need to do is just to take that first step in faith, just like Abraham did in the Bible, and you will see how God will guide you every step of the way. It is very important to understand that fear is real when you are starting a business, when you are stepping into the unknown, when you are doing something you are not familiar with. It is very important to understand that. But the Bible says, fear not, for I am with you. So God is asking you to trust Him, to move forward with faith, knowing that He's working with you. Where there is fear, faith is diminished. But when there is faith, fear has to flee. Both of them cannot live together. If you remember the story of Peter in the Bible, when Peter was walking on the water, you remember that story? Peter was in the boat with other disciples when he saw Jesus walking on the water. But with faith in him, Peter asked Jesus if he could, come and walk with him. And Jesus said, yeah, Peter, come over, come here. He stepped out in faith, and for a brief moment, Peter was walking on water like Jesus. But as soon as he focused on the storm and the wind around him, fear crept in and he began to sink. When fear creeps in, what we must do as Christians is to keep our eyes focused on Jesus and His promises. He has a plan for you, and is right there with you in the midst of the storm, ready to lift you up like He did for Peter when you feel like you are sinking or you are failing or nothing is working. So you need to have faith over fear. So what are these practical steps that you can take to overcome fear and move forward in building your dream business? The step number 1 is prayer and seeking God's guidance. Before you make any decision, sis, pray about it. Don't you ever start that business without you praying about it, without you asking God for clarity and divine direction. The Bible says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. Whenever you are facing uncertainty, whenever you are unsure of anything, whenever fear creeps in, go back to God in prayer and ask Him to show you the way, and He will never fail you. The step number 2 is taking one step at a time. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by the idea of doing it all. I want to achieve everything right from day one. We look at successful businesses, our competitors, and we think we have to do everything right from the start. It doesn't work like that. So instead of you thinking you have to have it all figured out, you have to have answers to everything before you get started. Why don't you focus on taking the next step? Every step you take in faith gets you closer to the breakthrough God has for you. The tip number 3 is to surround yourself with support, like-minded people. You don't have to do this all alone. You don't have to be on your own. You don't have to isolate yourself. Even the Bible says 2 are better than 1. If either of them falls, what will happen? The second one, the other one will lift up his companion. This is where community and networking comes in. So whether it's a mentor, a coach, or a supportive friend, find people who will encourage you in your journey. Don't isolate yourself. Isolation breeds fear. But when you are surrounded by a community that believes in you, you will find courage and strength to keep moving forward. I have a community of Christians, women in business. I'll put the link down if you are interested. Click on this link and join this community. So the tip number 4 is to visualize success with God at the center. For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. When you remember that His plans are for your good, you'll be able to approach your business with a sense of peace. The tip number 5 is to celebrate small wins. Don't wait until your business is fully established before you start celebrating. Every step forward is a progress. If you are able to open that YouTube channel, celebrate it. If you are able to open your Instagram page and put up 2 posts in a day, celebrate it. If you make 1 sale today, celebrate it. Remember in the Bible, when David defeated the lion and the bear, it was preparation for his bigger victory with Goliath. So celebrate those small victories. These are the signs that God is moving you forward. Recognize them and be grateful for them. And this will help you to shift your mindset from fear to faith. And I want you to remember that God doesn't call the equipped, He equipped the called. And if God has placed this desire to start a business in your heart, then He is with you every step of the way. Take it 1 step at a time. Trust God's guidance. And you know that He will never leave you or forsake you. Your business is part of His plan for your life. So don't let fear hold you back from working in it. And if you are feeling stuck, you are feeling overwhelmed, discouraged, unsure, reach out to God and ask for His guidance. God has got your back, sis. And like I said, join the community of like-minded people, Christian women in business. I'll put the link down in the description box, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Join the community. Don't ever isolate yourself. This is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope this video has encouraged you to step out in faith and trust God as you build your business. I would love to hear from you in the comment down below. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share this with a friend that might benefit from it, and also leave your comment. Follow me on Instagram. Until I see you in another video, do have a wonderful day. Bye.